live. Hello, YouTube. I'm live. I just wanted to do a live today, um, just to talk about some things, some real world things, and some spiritual, non earth things that are going on in the ether, higher realms. Since it's Sunday, that's the time people go to church. I didn't go with my mom and her husband today because they went off to those buildings that they call a church now. This is what I'm eating: strawberry cheesecake with more milk because I got to start drinking milk again. I just thought, when was the last time I drank milk? So I need the vitamin D. I'm not lactose intolerant. So I just want to talk about how people don't know life is a lie. And that's what's happening with the changing times and what's going on in the mainstream media these days. This is the CD I was listening to today. It's called Advant Remove the Earth. It's a metal rock band, a metal band that is Christian based. So this is Christian music, even though if it's not your taste in music, the genre is metal, and it's just screaming in every lyric. But that's kind of the point. Is to get you angry, and not everything is bells and whistles and charming and pleasant, and that's the point of the music. With everything going on in the world, with this band, um, the message in this band is the music band is to not be comfortable in your situation, and how the people who commit crimes behind closed doors will suffer the consequences, and it is written in the Bible that that will happen, and they're just singing about it. I'm not going to play it now because I don't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube. But let me just read off of the first song because it's very insightful and poetic the way they word the lyrics, even if you can't understand the music. The first song is called Blackout. Blackout. Fear grips the heart of man as locusts black the sky over the nation that takes a stand for crooked, spineless murderers. Self righteous thieves, they slither on the ground like a venomous disease. They drink from the cup of ruin and desolation, and they will soon choke on the blood of the innocent. Tears for tears, vengeance for vengeance. You sow in deceit, and you reap the consequences. Bloodshed for bloodshed, the treachery betray. You sing the song of grace, but with terror you repay. All your enemies will black out the sky over this wicked land for your atrocities of enslaving the oppressed. Backlash. The weary catch a breath, pushing back against the wall that held the captive in. You will pay for selfishness and greed, for endless hypocrisy, for the crimes against humanity. Your judgment is released. Meet your doom. Can you be so blind to the truth? Meet your doom. How can you be so blind? Meet your doom. It will come swiftly for all to see, drawn and quartered for all to see. America will plead for innocence, but mercy will not be given to the merciless, only punishment. So if you listen to metal, that's what they're saying, even if you can't understand what they're saying. And yes, that is a Christian-based metal band. So some people are like, I don't like the sound. I don't like the tones of metal. It's not nice. It sounds mean. It's not supposed to sound nice. They're not supposed to be catering to your pleasant feelings. So, okay. On that note, I'm gonna upload a video of me going to the grocery store the other day. I did a vlog, but I made some funny commentary on that. What it was like going to the grand opening of a grocery store. I'll upload that today. Um, but yeah, they're trying to make it seem in that video I talk about how they're trying to make it seem like you need to go to the grocery store, like there's no other choice. And I just wrote this morning, since I couldn't sleep, I made um, a map, sort of like a map. I just came up with it, trying to um, put it in full detail what I'm trying to explain right now. And let me just show it right now. Because that's the. Yeah, I'm going to be burning some ancestor money and doing a ritual that I do on each Sunday morning with money. But before I do that, I'm just going to share this. I'm not going to do that on camera, but. And just switch this up. Hold on a second. Dang it. This camera is eerie. Gotta get in my tripod. There. Hopefully that doesn't stop the live. Okay. I'm just gonna have it like this for now anyway. I can't have it recording horizontal for some reason on my camera. This is what I came up with. Well, not came up with, but this is my thought process about their world that they make us live in. So I titled it Their World. So their world, I wrote that down, aka the Matrix. So here, this is the outer space here with the black and the stars. That's what I call the outer world. So I just came up with this whole graph and drawing early in the morning today. So this is outer space. This second level here is the inner, or this is the outer world, the real world, which is nature. See, there's trees and grass and the sun. So that's all Mother Nature here in this middle level that I drew. And this dome right here is the dome created by lies and rules. You could call this the Matrix. Some people call this the Matrix, but there's like a dome. I mean, it's invisible. You can't really see it, but it's a barrier that they placed there. It's the inner controlled world of the Matrix. So inside there's buildings, there's telephone wires, there's cars and trucks and that drive around and pollute the air. That's what this smog I drew right there is. There's houses, sidewalks, people, and people walking their dog, and trash everywhere. Now this bottom level here that I drew is just the earth. And people forget that underneath the earth, or like there's levels underneath the earth too, like sewers, the basements, and underground garages, that big ones that under these mass huge buildings that people dwell in. And people forget about that level too, because like there's stuff going on underground that we don't know about it, or if we forget about it because we just don't see it. Now, so let me get to the part about the truth versus the lies. You ever have somebody come up to you and they're like talking about somebody lying, or how someone is always lying? But it's like, look at your life around you. Your whole life is a lie. But you're worrying about one single person lying to you, as if your life isn't based on lies. Like, I don't know, people just don't want to aim higher, or I don't know. So truth, right? I wrote the truth right here in this column over here, and the lies over here. Truth versus the lie that they tell you. The truth that is like the natural order of things. There's always a natural order. Like Um, Spring comes after winter. Fall comes after summer. Like you can't switch that up. That's just the natural order, how things have to be. You can't lie about that. And the lies are like the man-made things of the world that they tell you and they teach you through television, through doctrines, or like the school systems, structures like that. So the first one I wrote right here is for truth is nature is free versus what they tell you. You need to pay money is what they tell you. So people force a lie upon you and make you stuck in this world. You need to pay money is what they tell you. So you don't go out into nature in the real world. Um, but, you know, there's nothing stopping you from going there physically. You could go there, but they're going to trick you into thinking you need to be here or you have nowhere else to go. So they're going to convince you that you need to make money and work, be inside their buildings all day, drive their cars, pay for their electricity. So they make you feel like you got to pay because you're comfortable here. You don't want to go over there because you don't know what's over there. Okay, the second one I wrote. The universe listens is the truth. The universe listens to you no matter what you do. It doesn't listen to your language, what you speak per se, but it listens to your actions and the energy you have. Versus the lie. Versus the lie, they tell you nobody can hear you. You ever have somebody tell you that they can't hear you? You need to speak up so they can understand what you're saying. Like, it doesn't really matter how loudly you say something. If you're saying something, if you're speaking the same language as them, you're still on the same like frequency vocally as them. So if they act like they can't hear you, then if they act like they can't hear you, they just probably want you to be louder or something. But it's not like you're speaking a different language than them. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, I heard you. I heard you when they're like that. But for some reason they need more energy or like some more something from you. But the universe or the world will listen to you no matter what you're saying. You give a command, it has to listen. And there's no like repeating yourself. There's no, I'm sorry, what did you say? They have to listen. The universe has to listen, especially if you're giving out that same energy. All right, the other one, the next one I'm going to go to is the world is abundant. That's the truth. The world is abundant. And versus the lie they tell you, it's what you understand. It's like they're trying to say it's what you understand versus, oh, sorry, I went to the wrong one. Oh, I wrote the wrong one. The world is abundant versus there is a limited amount. Okay, see, that's the one. So I'm not trying to get these mixed up. So the world is abundant versus there is a limited amount. So they're going to tell you that there's a limited amount of space that you could have. There's only a limited quantity, which is why they're trying to make it seem like the shelves are running out of food in the grocery stores. Because they're trying to make it seem like the grocery stores are the only choice. Let me just draw a store real quick because I don't know why I didn't draw a store. A grocery store with their food and their stuff that they make you buy. And draw a dollar sign there. And that's the stores, the grocery stores. They're going to make it seem like there's a limited amount in the store and the store is your only option. But food grows off of plants. It doesn't come from a store. Naturally, it grows off of plants. So you could just be constantly growing your own resources all the time in nature. And you don't have to stop in a store and have them tell you there's not enough. Because there's always enough. I'm just going to the store. The store is an optional choice. I don't have to be there. And they're always trying to make it seem like these days people are trying to rob the stores or take from them because they're trying to make it seem like the store is the only option people have. When there are plenty of other options. It's just like the store is the easiest, shortest, quickest way to get something that you need. But if you go out in nature and produce your own resources, that's going to take time and effort. versus going to a store. So the stores and the mass corporations have to convince people that there's not enough to go around when there is. So that's the lie. So the next one, the next truth, they've got us addicted. That's the truth. Versus the lie, vaccines make you healthy. Okay, I better not get flagged on YouTube for saying this because they're trying to like censor a lot of things about vaccines because like they got to make their money by doing stuff, giving you treatment. Okay, I skipped one, but I'll go back to that after I explain this one. They got you addicted. They got you addicted to convenience, to electricity, to driving vehicles. I don't own a vehicle. I don't own a car. So, yeah, something that that's something that's not going to affect me. Um, I kind of got my comments covered up because of the tripod. So if you're saying something, I'll probably read it after this. So they've got people addicted. They got us addicted to something. It could be drugs. It could be entertainment. I mean legal drugs, not like the illegal ones that they say you're not supposed to have, but I mean like pharmaceutical drugs. They got us addicted to that. They got us addicted to paying rent. They got us addicted to listening to the radio or tuning into their public broadcasting or even private broadcasting. But usually private things aren't trying to get you addicted. Public things usually are. So, yeah, they got people addicted by giving things away for free and then demanding that people pay back. Because they don't just give away free things. Like, there's always a price to it. Like, wasn't anybody suspicious when they were giving out free vaccinations? I was suspicious, and I wasn't going to take that because they're going to expect something back from that because they don't just give away stuff for free. Um, Nothing in this inner world is free. In case you didn't know that, they want something back, like your labor or your time or something that comes from you. But vaccines are not making people healthy. That's the lie. They're telling you vaccines make you healthy. Vaccines never make people healthy. They treat things, they treat an illness. Vaccines are meant to treat things, but they don't make you healthy. So it's not medicine. Vaccines aren't medicine. It's just a treatment of a symptom. If you were already healthy, then what were they trying to treat? Imagine being healthy and them telling you you're sick. So take this vaccine and it'll make you better. But I already knew I was never sick and there was nothing wrong with me. But they kept trying to push that agenda. And that was very strange how hard random people. See, if they can't directly tell you, they will get like lap dogs or lackeys or like some sort of what do they call it? Acolyte to come to you to your door and convince you that something's wrong with you so that you take their poison. I believe it's poison. Okay. I didn't take it and I'm fine and I didn't get sick. So the one that I skipped over here, the other one, the truth. I'm going to go to this one now. The truth right here. It's what you are is the truth. It's what you are to attract things. It all depends on what you are. You are what you attract, not what you want. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Versus the lie, it's what you understand. So people try to convince you that it's what you read, it's what you study, it's how smart you are. It's not. It's what you are. So mostly it depends on your genetics, what you're born with, and your mother and father. So they'll convince you that you got to work and grind to get to the level or get to a higher level or climb that corporate ladder to and understand the lives of wealthy people. So let's say that you want to Let me come up with something very wild. Let's say you want to be a princess one day, and then you start studying all the things about being a princess. You start acting, you start taking classes on being a princess and trying to talk like one and behave like one and trying to be practicing your curtsy and wearing the most expensive jewelry and crowns. And then you think that's what you are now. Now you think you're a princess because you did all those things. Well, no, it depends on what you are already. You have to be born a princess or marry into it. It's not just something that you can get by getting a degree or learning all about it, because then you're not what you learn about. You already have to be what it you were given. So like it's like a man trying to say he's a woman all of a sudden just because he learned about women's anatomy. So men are doing that a lot these days, trying to say that they're women. You weren't born a woman. You'll never be a woman. You were not born a woman. You do not bleed regularly a month, and you don't have the ability to give birth. So you're not a woman. So I don't care what they try to tell people or what they try to doctor in with the English language, because the English language is always changing up. So they're going to make new definitions to new words and new pronouns and say that's the way it is. That's the lies they create to keep you trapped in here. So you feel safe and comfortable in this bubble, this artificial bubble that they created. It's not what you understand. You can understand it all you want. If you're not already possessing what it is, and you have to be it, and you're not already it, then it doesn't matter if you understand it. You attract what you are. If you're attracting like poverty, sickness, disease, misfortune, is what you are, then that's what you are. But some people have bad luck. They're just around people like that. So it affects them and their karma. If you're around people with bad karma, you're gonna witness it. I'm not gonna say you're gonna attract it. Other people might be attracting it for you, but it also depends on their social circle as well. So you have to be aware of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the last one now that I wrote. You have no desire to leave. That's the truth. You have no desire to leave. Versus the lie, you have nowhere to go. That's what they've always been telling me, like, especially strangers, random men. That's what I hear people say. That's what I hear people say from a distance. It's mostly men saying it. You have nowhere to go. You do have somewhere to go, because, like, you just don't have the desire, the need to leave this comfortable bubble of invisible lies and rules that they tell you. So why would you leave this matrix, this polluted matrix filled with lies and cars and sidewalks and grocery stores, to go into nature? Why would you leave? Because you don't have a desire to go in the nature. You don't have a desire to be around trees or grass or the natural gift of the mother nature that's always surrounding you. Why would you do that? You should just work harder, tear up the ground, put concrete, cement, and asphalt roads, and then pay a bunch of money to drive a car and get places faster, get to the store faster, get to your entertainment faster, pay your bills faster. Just stay in there just because you got nowhere else to go. Why go out here when you could be in here and living comfortably, letting machines take care of you, and ignoring Mother Nature? So that's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you you have nowhere to go, so you don't leave them. See, they're good at creating lies so that you don't leave. They'll come up with any narrative so that you don't leave them. They'll even try to make you look like you're crazy or that you don't know what you're talking about or that anything just so you don't leave them and go out into what God and what nature intended for you. Because they don't want God doesn't want you to be stuck in here in this world. This is where everything natural comes from. And most people don't even know that. This is something most people don't know, or they don't care to know. They just listen to what they've been told their entire lives. But once you get to this level, because this is where I'm at, the outer space. You think I live in here? No, I live in space. That's why it looks like I'm not like really focused on this inner world, this third dimensional world here. I'm just gonna put 3D because it's a third dimensional world, and this is the fifth dimensional world, more like the fifth. Or when you get up to this level, you're closer to the fifth dimensional world. Okay, but this here, I'm gonna just say this is the fourth dimensional world here, and I was here before. When I was here, it was very peaceful. It was very quiet. Nobody was bothering me. Nobody was coming up to me telling me I need to do this or that or there's a bill on time. When I was in this world, I had nothing but tranquility. There was no honking cars. There was no airplanes zooming by. It was just like through the seasons, through the winter seasons and the fall, it was peaceful. Then when I went back to this world, there was just a bunch of drama and unnatural unnatural order. I'm not even going to call it chaos. It was just unnatural order in this third dimensional world. And because of that unnatural order, there was all sorts of problems because the men who live in this world think they have the ability to create order, when that's where all the problems come from, is from men who think they have the ability or the power to create when they don't. They're not naturally born with create. Um, well, they are, but like they think they can. They think it's their natural role to create. So that's why they create all this disorder, and that's why everything is imbalanced because of people who think they can create when they shouldn't. Okay, so this was me explaining everything here. And I hope you get it. I hope you understand. I'm not talking about this part so much because like this part gets ignored, like the sewers, the basement, the underground level, because there's a lot of junk going on down there. But out here in nature, the only thing underground is like skeletons of dead animals and like possibly gemstones and gold if you look really hard, but those must be in hard places. So those are a little bit harder to find. But that's just to show you that the world really is abundant. It just requires a little bit of effort to get to there, to get to the place of abundance and wealth and prosperity. But see, I live in space, so I'm always like in the dream world. I'm also in the dream world, so messages get sent to me telepathically without me even really doing much. I even had a weird dream today. Like, what was it? Shoot, I hope I didn't forget it. I'm just gonna try to remember it when I get off stream. But basically, that's it. Basically, yeah. That is. Let me switch the camera around. That is what I wanted to talk about today. And that was my message that I wanted to speak today, this Sunday, on this Sunday morning. There's not many comments going on, but that's fine. It's not about the comments. My video's not about the comments. Before I end the stream, I'm just gonna read one more thing from this album, because the lyrics are very poetic, and like I said, this is a Christian metal band, so their lyrics are more insightful. The second song of the lyrics that I'm going to read is called Eulogy. From shadows you spit your rotten words, killing his name. Spit in his face, crucify, crucify. Legend, legacy of blasphemy. Nail yourself to your cross of lies. I fight to hold my head above the sea of heresy. I watch the blind living completely hopeless lives. It sickens me. I refuse to give in for your prize. I will not believe in your lies. I refuse to give in for your prize. I will not believe in your lies or give in for your prize. I refuse your worthless prize. I will always fight for you. I will always stand for truth. I will fight for you. I will always stand up. I will stand for truth. I will fight for you. I will always stand up. I will stand for truth. I refuse. All right. So if you like that, the band is called Advent Remove the Earth. Well, that's what it's called. Or the album. That's what the album is called. Okay. Okay, it's called one of those. The band is either Advent or Remove the Earth. So, yeah, check that out if you want to listen. But that's just what I'm listening to this morning. And now I'm going to do my ancestor money ritual as part of my spiritual practice. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to those who are going to watch this video after I end the live stream, because I'm just going to save the video. And I'll see you next time when I feel like talking and doing a live stream. Bye.